What? You're going to put 3 watches in there? Don't do that. No, don't. Well, let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about a myth, a false narrative, and I'm going to title today's video, Why You Must Reject the Watch Honeymoon Phase Myth. It's a myth. You got to reject it. So, there is a popular narrative in the watch world about the watch honeymoon, and it goes like this. You buy a Grail timepiece like this SLA 055 or this Tuna 049 or this SLA 023 MM300. You buy one of these bad boys and you delight in it. You got elevated dopamine, you're singing love ballads to it, and you got Al Green, you got the Ozzy Brothers playing in the background. And eventually, you're bonding with these watches, but the excitement wears off, the dopamine fades, the adrenaline diminishes, your love for the Grail timepiece, it diminishes, it might even curdle. And you put the timepiece in the box where it disappears with all your other watches. It just disappears. The specialness is gone. The bloom is off the rose. The thrill is gone. This narrative's completely bogus. Do not believe it. It's weaponized misinformation. That's what it is. It is. Not only is this myth bogus, it obscures some very important truths about watches. Now, first of all, I want to admit that it's very true. Your dopamine is going to eventually wear off after your initial novelty, not just of a watch, but any consumer purchase. My favorite car, what is it, the Lexus LC 500. It's this little coupe, costs a little paltry $100,000. I'm sure the novelty would wear off after a while, but still like it. And I'm going to admit that. There's going to be a dopamine depletion on anything. However, do not let the honeymoon phase myth obscure this important fact. There's 2 watches in your collection. You got your wow factor watches, and these are my wow factor watches right here. You got your wow factor watches, and you got your without the wow factor watches. That's just the way it is. I don't care about the honeymoon. Honeymoon doesn't change that. These 3 watches that I have, they've always had the wow factor, and no amount of time has ever diminished that fact. They've always had it. Why is that? Well, there's a level of build quality, refinement, accuracy, wow factor or it factor when you put it on that makes these a celebration to wear. These are the only 3 watches that when I'm wearing them, I am celebrating the watch. My other 2 watches, well, there's debate if I have 2 more. My wife wanted me to keep one for her, I don't know. The ashtray, what have you called it, the ashtray Zilla? But then I have my Captain Willard, which I like the way it looks, but it doesn't have the build quality or accuracy of the 3 you see here. So it's functional, it's fun to wear, it's cool, but it's not a wow factor watch. I'm going to be honest. These are the 3. The cheapest wow factor watch I've ever had is the $1,200 Tuna. This is the price of entry for just a watch that has amazing. I mean, I've walked into luxury watch stores with this thing, and I tried on some luxury watches. I'm not going to mention them because people take these comments very personally. And I was just relieved to put the Tuna back on. What are you going to do? I like the Tuna. And so, it has that refinement. Now, here's the thing. I want to warn you guys of something. Once you taste a wow factor watch, you cannot untaste it. I know countless watch hobbyists who sold a wow factor watch, and then they were heartbroken. Not just heartbroken, they were completely broken, man. They had to rebuy it, and like 99% of the time when they rebought it, they ended up having to fork out significantly much more money. And I've been down that road. Oh my God, I can't do it. No, I'm stopping the video right now. I'm having a breakdown, huh? All right. Captain Willard's cool. Like I said, it's fun. I can wear it on all kinds of occasions, but don't confuse it with, you know, with the Wow Factor watch. This, I cannot do it. I just cannot. I cannot confuse it with that. You know, these two here, the MM300 and the SLA055. I can't. So there's just a level of celebration that I can't deny. Will I sell the Willard? I don't know. I mean, it has its place. It has its place. What if I'm going traveling or something? It's you know, if I lose it, I'm not gonna be heartbroken. But I mean, it's not gonna be the same as these. So, could I own a fourth Wow Factor watch? Ooh, wow. I don't know. I doubt it. I mean, a fourth watch might result, for me anyways, in some kind of a sensory overload. It could. So I'm pretty content with the three that you've seen in the video today. Pretty content with these three right here. Okay, so, oh boy, some of you are listening to me and you're thinking, McMahon, great topic. It's always a great topic, McMahon. Thank you, McMahon. You know, a defense of the Wow Factor watch. Thank you so much. You know, very thought-provoking. But here's the thing, McMahon. I don't have the budget. You know, I don't have $1,200 for a tuna. I don't have $3,000 or whatever the heck it is you're spending on these high-tier Seikos, handmade in Grand Seiko Studios. I don't have the money, McMahon. I looked at my budget, and I can't do it. What do you want me to do? And you know what? I have to say this to you. Number one, I'm glad I know what your budget is. I'm glad you're factoring in your budget before you make a watch purchase. You know why? That means you're sane. That means you're responsible. You're my kind of person. You're my friend. You considered your budget. All right, number two. Don't buy a Wow Factor watch on your budget because the stress will negate the pleasures of the Wow Factor. You're going to develop ulcers, psoriasis, insomnia, dyspepsia, etc. Don't do it. Number three, Wow Factor is relative anyway. You can get a great everyday diver for $330 right now. I just checked on eBay. There are legit sellers. They are selling the 4th Gen Seiko Monster. There's two of them I see on eBay. One's called the SRPH 75. It's like a green blue. It's got little penguins on it. And then the other one is the SRPD 25. About $330 also. It's blue with a black bezel. Now I want to tell you something. Those watches contain a very accurate 4R36 movement, I believe it's called. And the loom is better than the $1,000 Seikos that are out right now. That's correct. Now, if you're going to wear this $330 4th Gen Seiko Monster, and it's going to be your everyday watch, and you're going to be content with it, I have something to tell you. You are making a power move. And now I got something else to tell you. I kind of have a fantasy of being that guy. The alpha male who has the security to just wear a beautiful 4th Gen Monster with great loom and to be content with his life. But here's the thing. I am a crazy fool. Look at these watches I invested in. I'm a crazy fool. And I suffer the indignity of owning 3 Wow Factor watches. And all I can do is dream of being that type of owner who just has one 4th Gen Seiko Monster. $300. He's content. That's the real holy grail of life, of being that dude who's content. And if you are that dude, you should be making this video. I don't even have the qualifications to make this video. You should be making the video. You're the hero. You're the real Wow Factor. I'm nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think. Until next time, I'm out.